They say that you always remember your first love. Oh, I remember. She was elegant, beautiful. She had something about her that would just leave you speechless. A river you could not tame, no matter how hard you tried. She came on a PlayStation 3 disc, and her name was Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. That and God of War 1 were the first two games I ever finished. Even before I understood what love is, I understood that I loved to kill stormtroopers as an angry dude with a red glowing stick and a bad haircut. What a game! I only recently decided to replay it to see if it holds up. I don't know if it was nostalgia or this super hot chick, but this game holds up. 15 years since this absolute masterpiece of a game was released, and it's still not just some of the best Star Wars content out there, but honestly one of the best video games I've ever played. Again, it might be just me because it holds such a special place in my heart, but I had goosebumps through the entire gameplay. You play as this really cool dude with an even cooler name called Star Killer. What a name! Really inconvenient if you want to do anything else but be a Sith, but he makes it work. With a lightsaber in one hand and this angel in the other, he faces his daddy issues and travels the galaxy looking for Jedi to kill in the most cinematic, supermatic, acrobatic way possible. Even though some things don't make sense, it follows the theme of this game, which is for everything to be as freaking awesome as humanly possible, and it delivers. In all seriousness, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed is a beautiful story that will take you to see extraordinary planets, face amazing foes, meet all sorts of characters while searching for your purpose in this vast galaxy. You will do all of that with your band of allies that conveniently consist of a hot babe and a droid that can turn into any person it wants. Man, I would make that droid turn into Anakin dressed in Leia's metal bikini and then just do freaky stuff with him. I need a girlfriend. We got a little off topic, but the story and the characters really are Star Wars at its finest. Even though this game isn't canon, which means that the story isn't part of the official Skywalker story, it beautifully fits into the Star Wars universe. The game isn't really long, but will only take you about 6 to 10 hours to finish, but considering this game nowadays is really cheap to buy, I would rather see it being short and action-packed than 40 hours of repetitive gameplay. Now the story is a treasure, but not the best part of this game, because the combat, even when judged by the 2023 standards, is the best, most fun thing I have experienced in my 10 years of playing video games. I really don't want to oversell it, but the force pulls, pushes, grabs, the electricity, or even just hitting stuff with a lightsaber feels so good, and there's always a lot of these easier enemies that you can just torpedo out of the picture, which makes you feel like an absolute unit. When facing more difficult enemies or bosses, you get this insane cinematics that are still cooler than most of the stuff you see nowadays. In the very first act of the game, you even play as Darth Vader, and that has got to be one of the most amazing openings to a video game I've ever seen. Except if you like Wookiees, then you will feel a bit bad for pushing them off cliffs, but just for a few moments, then you will feel awesome. Oh, you're gonna die! Oh, you're gonna die! Oh my god, this is so much fun. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, these are not the droids you're looking for. Off. No one can kill Darth Vader, you cannot just suck his dick. Bam, 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 bam. The world is absolutely filled with beautiful views and extraordinary scenes, multiple planets, battle stations, all filled with things to destroy and shove into enemies. If there is any game that deserves a remake with today's graphics, it's this one. But even without a remake, the game still feels detailed and whole. If you know anything about Star Wars, you will also be able to spot a lot of Easter eggs. Like if you look at Juno's cleavage, yeah, like really, like you see, it's definitely a throwback to when Luke showed his chest on the poster for A New Hope. They thought I wouldn't catch it, but I did. There's also this kinda weird, very fun thing you can do, which is you can choose your costume and play as, let's say, C-3PO. Turns out if you give the most annoying droid in Star Wars a lightsaber, he's not half bad. Too bad you can't play as Jar Jar. As for the technical things, you do sometimes feel that the game is old, because, well, it is, not denying it. There is no bugs that would keep you from finishing the game, it's just the kind of stuff that is more funny than annoying. Now, considering this game is so old that it's almost a classic, you probably already played it, finished it, and loved it like me, but maybe you still haven't played it, and in that case I really recommend it, especially since it's relatively cheap. You could also probably just get it for free off the internet, but you didn't hear that from me. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed went from being one of my favorite games growing up to a game that you can appreciate even 15 years after it was released. I was shocked at how well it aged. Of course, I would not review a game so long after its release if I didn't think it was perfect. 10 out of 10, jaw-dropping combat mixed with amazing thought-out story, interesting characters, well-placed cleavages, and just a tiny bit of nostalgia makes this a must-play game. I really loved replaying this game, and if you think that any other older game deserves a review and would still be cool to play, I am always open to suggestions. Thank you guys so much for watching this video till the end, you really are one of a kind. See you next time.